Well, hello guys. I was gonna do a review on this Cold Steel Storm Cloud, but there's something wrong with this thing. Look at how small that blade is for how big that scale is. That's just weird. I must have got a factory second or something. I don't know, except today's April 1st. April Fools. Was that clever? That's as clever as and that's as high tech as our special effects get on this program. Right, Flanagan? Hi, me boy. That's for sure. You know what? And the storm cloud is actually looking a little bit more proportional right now. Yes, it is, and I have been messing with it. Kaplonk. Let go, boy. Let go. And it does. It lets go really good. Triad lock, of course, tried and true. Pocket clip, that just works for you. That rhymes, and we're going right through this thing. I'll tell you what. Okay, so here's what attracted me to it. Was CPM20CV steel blade. Made in Italia, which is good. It's real good. You had the Formax. I had the American one. And the Italian one, yes, on the Italian one, absolutely. American one, if I had to choose, I'm keeping the Italian, definitely. Okay, so, and it's gone. And it's gone because I got broke, and now it's gone, and now I can't throw it out here in the middle of this. The only damn cold steels I got left right now is my Holdout 3, and get away from here, buddy. And, hold on, and, jeez, and my Tough Light from 1990-something, I don't know. This thing's way old. This thing's way old. This has got to be collectible, my God. In any case, yes, were we going to talk about this knife? Okay, yeah, let's do that. First of all, really cool. Look at the black. Okay. Satin grind, like I said, CPM20CV type steel blade, G-10 carbon fiber laminate on the scales. All right. Fairly slender, good ergos. You know, everything, you know, right there. Good to go, right? Got this big old thumb ramp up here, kinda. And let me ask you one thing. You ever got a cold steel knife that out of the box wasn't sharp? Because I haven't. They all been really good right out of the box. Nice and sharp, some of the sharpest knives out of the box, even when it's made in Italy. Apparently they kept up that proud tradition, at least, thank God. Okay, so in a 3.5-inch blade, 8 inches overall, 8 1/8, something like that overall. And okay, I gotta prove it to you, huh? Okay, so, yeah, 3.5 inches, 90 millimeters, 8 1/8 overall. We'll tell you, 20 and getting up there towards 21, somewhere between 20.5 and 21 centimeters overall. So, yeah, let's just say this. Can you say paramilitary too? Same size? Just like that. Probably the same size handle, pretty close. About 5-inch, 3.5. That would make it 8.5, but it isn't. So this is like 4.8 and something like that. I think I measured. I thought it was damn near 5. Hold on, let me. Gotta come up right into the thing. Come on, baby, let go. Yeah, okay. 4 3/4. Good looking knife. When I first got it out of the box, it didn't drop like that. It was really stiff. Now it's much better, but I've been into it. I done tore it apart. So for your viewing pleasure, of course, what do you think? There you go. Can you, I mean, I swear to God, I did not put any lube on that at all. But look at that. That was a puddle of dirt. I mean, if that was oil coming off my engine, it'd be time to change oil for sure. or brake dust on the road or something. I don't know what the deal is, but whew, that was tough. And when I pulled this apart, okay, here's your triad lock, of course, as you see right here. And this pin was stuck up here, but I pulled it out and stuck it down here so you can see how this lever action and all this kind of stuff works. Okay, so just saying. Now, next pictorial. Yeah, there's the underneath one. How about that one? I wiped this one off finally. And I ended up wiping the knife down, but pulled this one out, was like this on both sides. Yeah, a little dirty, not necessarily gritty, but just, you know, blackish, and you know, you get that stuff on there. Anyhow, so wiped all that down, got that out of there. Yeah, I guess that's all I was trying to prove. Yes, and one other thing, when you disassemble this knife, and I'll show you something here. So I disassembled it, and of course, I did it from this side because on this side there is no opening for a Torx. So number 8 there, number 6 on these. So take this, because you can go right or left hand with the pocket clip, which is nice. I like this knife, I really do. Okay, so I unscrewed these screws, but of course these screws decided they were going to turn the screw on the other side. So put number 6 in there and held it and broke it loose, unscrewed these. I unscrewed one of these and it just unscrewed the screw out this side, plop, and left that one there. Whatever, I don't care as long as one from each side comes out so I can pull the scale off. But when I put it back together, yeah, you got to notice that you need to make sure you can't just screw a screw in from this direction necessarily without the screw being here, because it'll just turn the whole tube. There's a steel tube that goes through. It's threaded, and these go in from both sides. So I thought I stripped a screw on this because I was turning this one and it kept turning and turning, but I noticed I hadn't put the screw in from this side yet. So I was just turning the whole threaded tube as well. So just in case you, oh my God, in case you just get, yeah, see these little threaded from both sides. So I don't know, my brain just wasn't working. I was half watching TV and stuff at the same time. So Flanagan, don't laugh. You are much smaller than I am. And so opening it up now is much easier, because when I put it back together, I decided, you know what, I mean, I want it centered, and it's centered, and I don't want any blade play or anything, although I'm not getting that, and I don't know how you necessarily get that on a knife like this with this triad lock. I guess you'd get it in here or something, but I'm not getting anything. So, and it's centered. You can crank that down too hard. So you've got to, you want to take up all the slack, pull in this pivot tube back through here as you tighten it down, make sure this is flush, but then you can start, kind of adjusting, backing off a little bit until you kind of get the action that you want, and this is perfect. But of course, when I took this out, I saw they had a little white thread locker in there. So because Steve Kluver in Iowa saw me use blue thread locker, he flipped out. He sent me some red thread locker that is supposed to be the ultimate approved thread locker for knives, I guess. So I took it from him. I'm not even going to argue with you, dude. Fine, thank you for the gift, too. So I put red on here, buddy. And put it back together and just adjusted it. And hopefully it's dry by now, because it was maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours ago when I did that. So, yeah, good. I mean, let's talk about something else here pretty soon. 11.3 millimeters, so 0.44 inches thick. Okay, so it's about the same thickness. This is a 0.455. Where are you, Gripster? Okay, this is a 0.60. This is fat. Okay, this is fat. This fills your hand, okay? This, man, it's a good knife, though. This one is very slender, and it's very dressy. You know, you got that glossy black carbon fiber and chrome type look. So I think it's a real knockout, but it's a deadly one too, right? It means business. It's sharp. 20, that CPM20CV blade steel. And the pocket clip works pretty good. You see how low this is? This is a little crazy, actually. But actually, it did slide into my pocket, my jeans pocket, because, and I had it in and out of my jeans pocket several times for one reason. Otherwise, I didn't carry this yet. But look at the thumb disc right here. See this? Now, what do you think? Can we say Emerson opener type of thing? In other words, an opening mechanism, right, for the back of your pocket. Yes, and when you do pull this out of your pocket, out the back like that, it will catch the lip of your pocket and it will open that way. Great. I didn't necessarily remember seeing that in the Blade HQ thing, but I might have skipped over that. Modified tip, effortless, accentuated by handsome, yes indeed. No, it says ambidextrous use, but it doesn't say it'll open coming out the back of your pocket, but it will. Storm Cloud, here's all your stuff. 3.75 ounces, which I have not weighed this yet, but if that's true, that's awful light. I don't know, 0.875. Is that the height of the blade? Because that's certainly not the thickness. Flat grind, tanto, satin. Handle width. Handle height? It ain't 1 inch, that's for sure. Oh, thickness, there you go, 0.43. Yeah, I guess that's the height. And I guess we can find that out for sure, depending on where you want to go. But if you want to go back to the back here, 0.93. You know, where your choil is, even smaller. Blade height, since they wanted to bring that up, 0.91. Up here with the disc, 1.12. And since they wanted to talk about how nice and light this knife is, let's put it on the scale. First, let's turn the scale on. Man, that just gets better and better. You know, of course, I cleaned it up. I put a little nano lube in it, put it back together. Then I adjusted this to the way kind of I wanted it. Not too loose, not too tight. But knowing you can do that, hey, you know. Yeah, 3.78. Wow. Ooh, that's killer, isn't it? That is light. 107 grams. Okay. Got me. You know, it is nice and light. But it's not a cheap light. It's solid. It feels solid. You know? Oh, well, shall we have a look inside if I can find my little flashlight here? I haven't been paying attention to that. But, of course, you did see inside, didn't you? There it is. There's no liners. Okay, well, I guess we'll skip the flashlight part. Just to confirm, it didn't grow any in between. But it's solid. It feels good. Yeah. And give her the drop, right? Just don't let it swing real free. I did that with a 4 Max. I got it swinging real good. Swung down, hit this finger. I mean, cut into it like a dog. And I will not do that again. I fear the beast. I do. I fear this one too. I fear the storm. I do not want to go down that road again. That bled like crazy. In any case, good looking knife. Pretty light. Oh, one thing I was going to bring up. Okay, we'll take a look at the knife. Okay, the overall design. Okay. you end up getting this, don't you? I mean, there's not a complete flow here, is there? There's not. You know, a lot of knives you look at, it flows, right? You don't see the back of the blade. You don't see the back of the blade. You don't see the back of the blade. But these you do. And let me give you some other examples of the cold steel legacy of showing you a big open gap. And there's the SR1, which I must have you. A moment of lust, please. I must possess you. 5mm thick blade stock, 4-inch blade, 9 point something overall, 9.37. It's a beast. Got to have that one. That one's got to be coming. Okay, next. Sorry, I had to pause and lust. Okay, so the Colossus. Yeah, we're seeing a big gappity slappity. And the ever dangerous, which I have also put on my channel before, the Golden Eye. Yes, big old gap, Gap City, Gapster, but not all of them. Not all of them. There's been others, and I think I saw pictures like Voyager and some others that don't. They do have a complete, you know, an unbroken line going through here. You know, it's just the thing. It's the design. It's the triad lock and how this all comes together here. So, you know, if you're going to be a big crybaby, you know, I guess that could be a niggle and something. I'd say that's really the only big fault. I mean, you know, if this one needs a little tweaking, this pocket clip, okay, you can do that. Otherwise, I think the pocket clip is appropriate for what we're doing here. And it's nice and shiny. It's not overly big. It's just right size, I think. It's slid in my pocket pretty well. Could use just a little bit more of a gap from here to here, from the scale to this. But this can be tweaked. So that's not really a big deal. Otherwise, this is nicely rounded. I mean, look at it. You know, these are nicely rounded off. Although this ain't cheap, right? 167 bucks. But really nice steel. And really glossy looking. Okay, laminate, but it looks slick. And I don't know that I'm putting laminate down because it's laminate. Actually, it's very, very durable. So, you know, I got nothing against G-10, especially when it puts on a little carbon fiber outer coat and struts around. That's good for me. I can be good with that. And, you know, yeah, it looks pretty... Hold on, let's get in here and see if we can see. Yeah, okay. Plunge looks good. Grind looks symmetrical. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay, so the other thing is this tip. I don't know, what do you think about it? If you're going to make a Tanto, you just want to make a Tanto, just continue, bring this out, and just, or maybe offer a clip point as an option. Because I ordered the knife, they didn't ask me, hey, you want the modified Tanto or the sheep's foot or the clip point, or nope, this is what you get. So this is what you get. Probably not the slicing champion of the world, but not bad. Oh, which brings us to this, right? What are we talking about for? Yeah, that's not bad. 0.122 of an inch. So if we can ever get to millimeters, 3 millimeters, that's not bad. Nah, I don't know what we got here. If I can get right past that. I don't know where I'm getting to. Come on, come on. We'll zero out for me, boys. Oh, well, I was going to put it on inch. In any case, I'm getting these readings. I'm going, what the hell? Yeah, 0.3. 0.29. We're dropping. About 0.25 behind the edge there. So, okay. That's not bad. That's not bad, actually. But, you know, just the look of the blade, the general geometry of it. Nah, but we'll do some piercing and then follow through with some slicing. So I guess that's good. And this one, you know, cold steel, they kind of tend to be a little bit more tactical in their approach. And yes, this is more tactical. Yeah, it is. Tactical. And not as practical as some might be. Especially when you talk about a full flat grind. This would definitely slice. This is the slicer, right? And piercing. I mean, this is so practical. This, not quite as much, but wow. With the nice pocket opener, as super light as it is, and look at that. I don't know, I'm really digging it. Oh, never showed you the box, right? So just in case you're still hanging on going, Lord Almighty, shut up. Here's the box. So it's a form-fitting box, and of course it comes in a little plastic sleeve. Then it comes in this inner box, and like I don't remember how, and it might have been like that. Hell, I don't remember half what I was up to here. In any case, something kind of like that. Where did that head go? The head goes this way. Come on, dumbass. Okay, like this. In any case, so yes. I finally got it right. Oh my God. I'd build a car backwards and then look at it and go, oh crap. There you go. So yes. And so you got this like outer dust cover, which is kind of nice on these. And you know, kind of glossy, nice. And then they give you some stats on the outside as well. So, you know, good looking knife. What do you think, Flan? Oh, you were hanging back. He's like, you pushed me over a little bit earlier. Forget about you now. All right. Hey, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much for joining me. I like the Storm. I do. You know, okay. So I like the 4MAX. I like it. It's a beast. The SR1, got to get that and check it out because it's a beast. And, you know, when it comes to cold steel, I mean, you may be just looking for a beast and or a hard-working beat down knife, and some of their, you know, other knives in their lineup are just incredible, good, hard-working, everyday knives at a really good price. But this one, you know, the GoldenEye, I could skip. I don't know what it is, but I can skip the GoldenEye. But this one, this is a real thinker. I know it's 167, but that's some really good steel, and it's really good, and you can, you know, you can get this baby to drop good and close. It'll get smoother. I mean, I ain't done much with this. I mean, I haven't held it, used it, whatever, and it'll smooth out with time. So that's pretty good. I mean, the 4MAX, the SR1, and the Frenzy. Love the Frenzy. That is bad to the bone. I got to get the Frenzy again, either in green or blue, but I got to have one of those. That's just a pocket crazy man sword that is just so much fun. All right, get out of here. I'm going to let you go. Flanagan, get back to work, buddy. We got things to do. Any case, you know what we do around this place. We love them knives, so stay sharp.